The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
Wow, look at that. Stefan Benz was great.
He sounds awesome. Do you know what?
What?
So he's from South Africa, so of course I said, what's up with the accent? Where's the accent? He can snap into it instantly. It's
He can do
amazing.
it. So
Yeah.
in other words, he can snap out of his other accent into...
He said he talks like that, speaks like that with his family and friends, but for the radio and for everything else, he puts on the other accent.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
And then walks in Barbara Corcoran.
Yes! My favorite!
We love you say that to all the girls.
I don't, I promise.
You got to get close to that microphone.
I'll get closer.
You got to get right on it.
Right on it. Right
Almost
in my
to the-
mouth. I'm almost swallowing it now.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Swallow the microphone. And then Froggy's in Jacksonville. You can see him on the screen.
I'd recognize that laugh anywhere.
Of course.
Barbara.
So
Nice to see
Barbara,
you.
we're out there taking pictures with Stefan Benz, and Barbara looks at Stefan and says, "So, are you still a virgin?" I'm like,
Yes, Barbara!
Wait, you have to be fair. Describe what he looks like today. He looks so innocent and pure.
yeah, nothing like us.
Yeah, nothing like us.
And
We've
then
been around the block.
we got mileage. But I looked at Barbara and said, "Well, are you still a virgin?" And she just, whatever.
Hardly.
Did he answer the question?
Yes, he said, I am a virgin. He seemed very proud of it. I say, get that kid out of New York as fast as you can.
I know.
He looks like fodder, right?
Yeah, women like you in town. He has no choice.
I was almost hitting on him.
I know. I love that about you. So, Barbara, it's, when we have guests come in, we usually do some prep and write some things down to ask. I never prep for you because I don't feel I feel like you're just family. And I say just family, and that is a compliment. So there is no prep for this interview. We're just going to free for all. We're going to free ball it. Let's do it.
Very, very nice. I'm a little offended. I would think I should make you nervous and you'd be preparing all night long.
You'd make me nervous if you were closer to me physically. But anyway, so here we are. I don't know. Have we talked since pandemic time? I don't even know.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
I have no concept
About 6
of time.
months ago. Yep.
I have no concept of time.
It was the last time you didn't prep.
Okay, of course. And it was a great interview. What are you talking about? So, okay, let's just talk about what is the state of the world right now as far as the economy, as far as houses, as far as renting versus buying. Let's get that out of the way so we can have fun.
The juiciest part of the economy for most people is housing, and it's a good reason for that. It's first on everybody's list on what they want to deal with, what they want better of, what they want to unload. And right now, it's a really choppy market. A lot of people are saying the market's coming down. It's going to be a great market. Is it a good time to buy? Lots of banter out there. But the truth of the matter is the market hasn't changed that much. There's not enough houses to go around. You go to an open house today, you'll find there's another 10, 20 people outside parked in their car wanting to see the house. And half the time you're going to overbid. I mean, maybe that's better because a year ago it was 2/3 of the time you'd have to overbid on the house. Now it's half the time. But I don't say that's a juicy market for buyers. Buyers are worried and they're parked on the side waiting.
There is a philosophy I read about from time to time. People say, I'll never own a house ever again. From now on, for me, it's renting. And they go through their reasoning why, and it's almost, you can buy into some of them and some of the things they're saying. What do you think?
I think it's nutso. You know why?
Why?
Because they forget about the long-term gain of owning a house. Most people in America, when they retire, most people, I'm not talking about the rich people, the average American, their savings is their house. They were forced to save by paying off the mortgage. My parents sold their house for $300,000 in New Jersey, and that was their retirement money. That's not unusual. So I think you really have to think about it long-term. Easy to be glib and say, I'm going to rent because I'm not putting my money down, but pay the landlord the increased rent again and again and again, and you can't do what you want. It's no fun. Most people still want to own their house.
Now, Gandhi's renting.
I am a renter.
Yeah,
yes.
why?
Because it's a sad, sad scenario out here.
I'm going to give you the money to get in the market. Yeah.
Yes, Barbara. Thank you. I've been trying to get Elvis
$5,000, of course, and you're going to have to get something cheap.
Okay, I'll do it. Well, if you could buy a house right now, are you saying now's the time to buy, even with the interest rates being crazy? You would do it?
I think so. I think if you haven't bought before, well, if you have a home and you can have the option of waiting, of course you want to buy when interest rates are at rock bottom. But the problem is people use that as a reason for not getting into the market, and you got to get in the game. And I have been in the real estate market my whole life. I've invested in real estate. I've never timed the market accurately, and I think I'm a pretty smart person in that. You can't do it. You just got to get in there so you have something to trade up on when you want a bigger house, a bigger apartment, and waiting doesn't get you anywhere. The longer you wait, the less likely you are to get in the market.
Very
ever.
true. Yeah. What do you think about rental properties?
You mean, what are you, buying them?
Purchasing a property and renting it out.
I think it's a great idea because
Even,
you know why? Rents are going up faster than home values. Yeah. I mean, you have to know what you're doing. It sounds easy to say, isn't that a cool idea? But you really have to know your values. But it's a great idea because why not have somebody else build an equity for you if you can possibly afford it?
Wow. There you go. Barbara Corcoran is here. Are you still having fun on Shark Tank?
Oh, yes. I'm having more fun. You know why? Because I've been doing it so many years and I've been so nervous for so many years. I'm always thinking, how am I coming across? How do I measure up? All these insecure stuff. And last year, for some reason, I dropped it. I have no idea what switched, but I dropped it. And I actually went in there and had more fun making fun of the guys, mostly including Lori. I love making fun of her. You never see it because Lori runs to the producer and says, I don't want that in Shark Tank. And the producer always says yes.
Wow. So you're loving it more. Do you feel like you wasted a few years not relaxing?
I wasted so much anxiety. You know,
Talk about it, because this is something we're all probably going through in one form or another. Please. Of
course. You figure it this way. First of all, Shark Tank is filmed in June and then again in September. So it ruins my whole summer. If I have the anxiety. I'm nervous about going there. I'm nervous about coming out. So no more happy summers at Fire Island. I'm there anxious all the time, which I hate even admitting it, and I hate myself for feeling it. But what happens at Shark Tank is the drum roll beats up. Is there a dog at my feet? There's something going on.
No, it's a trash can. Sorry.
Oh, a trash can that moves in your new office? Kind of weird. Okay.
I know. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. And so when you get out there, you have a lot of neuroses going on. Well, I don't even know what point I was saying. What were you asking me?
So I was asking you, we're talking about anxiety.
Yeah.
And you know, and the reason why I'm loving this conversation, Barbara Corcoran, you think, oh, she's Barbara Corcoran, you know, started out as a waitress in a diner, owned a real estate dynasty, sold it for $1 billion, and now is on Shark Tank. You think she's got it all together. No, she's human just like you and me. That's what makes you so wonderful.
I don't like that part of me. Let me tell you, I'd rather be secure.
No, you are secure in many ways, but I think we need anxiety sometimes to kind of whip us back into shape.
But I needed 14 years of anxiety on Shark Tank?
No,
Tell me that? Come on.
Well, no, you know what? But you learned your lesson. See, now you're really enjoying it.
I'm a slow learner.
It's okay.
14 years of being anxious and 1 good year of being happy? No way.
Was this your last year? Are you leaving?
No way. Mark keeps talking about leaving. He's not going to leave. He loves the publicity. He loves the game. He loves being the big man on campus with the most money to spend. No way is he leaving. And I'm not leaving until he leaves.
There you go.
I say it all the time. I think Shark Tank and Judge Judy should all be shown in high school classrooms because you really do learn so many things from these shows that take you through life. I've learned so many things. If I ever think I'm going to start a business, I'll turn on a Shark Tank and look at all the questions that you guys ask people and how prepared or not prepared they are. Even just the mentality that you guys seek in the people you're investing in. So if someone is into too much, no, that's you're not focusing. I think that's all very important, and I didn't learn it until I was out of college.
Yeah, well, you watch Shark Tank and you really learn an awful lot, even if you have no interest in starting your own business. It teaches you how to sell.
It really does.
Yeah, it's taught me how to sell, and I was a salesman to begin with.
I see the thought of selling. Like, for instance, here on our show, we have incredible sales team that goes out. I could never do it because I'm just not good at failure.
Oh, bullshit!
Close it. Hold on. I had to push. I had to push the Cedric the Entertainer button.
I forgot. I forgot you can't use a curse.
Okay, my last thing I said was I'm not good at selling. I'm not good at closing things, and when I can't close things through selling, I feel like a failure.
I don't believe you. I think you're full of baloney this time. That's what.
Can we use the word baloney?
I think so.
Okay,
baloney.
It's safe. Okay. You know why? You wouldn't be where you were or are today without being great at rejection. That's at the core of all selling. You can take a hit and keep on ticking. That's who you are. I'm just not buying it. Sorry.
You're okay. We love you. Okay. When you were a waitress in a diner,
yes,
were you selling then? Were you
always?
And now, tell us how you would sell as a diner, Barbara Corcoran.
Oh, so easily. First of all, you have your regular customers. They are your big tippers because they know they're going to see you tomorrow, so they're not going to gyp you. Mm-hmm. They come in, you memorize their names. I had a cheat sheet of everybody: bald guy, Joe; happy guy, Mike. I would look at that and go, good morning, Mike. Good morning, Joe. You're looking handsome today. Men fall for that handsome line all the time.
We do.
Everybody was handsome. You couldn't pull that off with a woman. She knows you're full of crap. You know?
Well, how would you sell a woman?
Just be really sweet and be subservient. Like, oh, please, how could I make you happy? Could I get you a little bit something else? I mean, it's acting in a way, but it's sales. It's sales, making them feel big, happy to be there. They spend more money, and most importantly, they leave a big tip.
There you go. Are you making us dinner sometime soon?
Yeah,
I'm
first of
ready.
May. We have a date.
Okay, we have a date. Alex is going to come over.
I'm going to cook.
You're going to cook. It's always clams and spaghetti.
You had that already? That's what I was planning.
I love it. No, your spaghetti with clams is my favorite.
Okay.
I'll be upset if you don't serve that.
Okay, good enough, because I know how to make that.
I know you do very well. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that. And Alex sends his love.
Thank you.
Barbara
I love
said some
him
really
back.
sweet things about Alex recovering from cancer, and he got a little tear in his eye when I told him what you said last night. The first night, can I tell the story? The first night Alex and I took Barbara Corcoran out to dinner, she had wandering hands.
No, I did not.
You did.
That's
Where
a
did they
false
wander
accusation.
It's a what
To
accusation?
my plate.
I believe Barbara.
Okay. No, we were all over each other. We were making out. I made out with Barbara Corcoran.
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry,
it's
Barbara.
not true.
Yeah,
All these vicious
It's
rumors.
a little true.
I was making out with your boyfriend, not you. He was half your age.
No, he never was half my age, was he? No, let me do the
At
math.
some point, he had to be.
In the beginning,
Yeah.
he was. I did the math.
I guess when I was...
I had my hands on the right lap.
Let's move forward. Okay, so you say every time you come in and people try to pitch you.
No, I didn't say people. I said you try to pitch me. They're always terrible pitches.
Okay, well, I have some terrible pitches over here.
Okay, good.
And it's in the form of Straight Nate and Andrew. And as they're now entering the Shark Tank room,
So nervous.
you should be nervous. This is Barbara Corcoran here. Now, you know, she has funding available for something she thinks is worthwhile. It could be 100% of it, or maybe a portion, or maybe
This-
it's nothing.
Is definitely worthwhile, wouldn't you say, Andrew?
I would say this is going to revolutionize the at-home fan industry.
The at-home cooling industry. Are
We're
you ready?
disruptors.
Yeah.
Oh, disruptors.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm
You
ready.
better get that checkbook out.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
We'll get you a pen. All right. Royalty, kings, queens, pharaohs, emperors.
Yes.
What do they all have in common, Andrew?
A fan.
A fan.
What?
Yes. Well,
Did Caesar have a fan?
Caesar had fans. Well, he had people waving palm fronds, but we've decided to take the indentured servitude and slavery out of it.
Okay.
And here we go.
Looks like a hat rack.
It is the emperor fan.
What?
We've got 3 settings. This is
That looks almost...
It's working.
this is low. This is medium. And this is high.
Okay,
My gosh.
This looks very creepy, by the way.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so how do
This
you
is funny.
You need to describe it to people who can't see it.
Okay, so just imagine it's a machine that is waving a palm frond, which is Andrew right now. He is the motor of our emperor fan.
Okay, so your fan would have an actual motor.
Yeah, it doesn't have a person. That would
I
just be
see.
bad.
So then, rather than having someone waving a big palm frond,
Correct.
you have a machine-driven
Emperor fan.
But it goes up and down that stick that you have.
Yes,
It's kinda-
because, Barbara,
what about a kid walking by?
Well, we haven't followed that yet. But,
This is on Instagram Live, by the way, if anyone wants to see the shenanigans.
Yes, correct. There's going to be a cage. Obviously,
Well, hold
come
on. Where
Oh, a
on,
cage.
where on Instagram is this?
Elvis Duran morning show.
Elvis Duran show on Instagram. It's
This
live.
is
right
worth
now.
seeing.
Yes, the emperor fan. Because what's more satisfying, Barbara, this or this?
Ew! God, what are you blowing in her
coffee
face?
breath.
You just blew on Barbara Corcoran.
Come on.
That was
It's
nasty.
no longer
I'll take
oscillation. It's vacillation, up and down. What do you think of the emperor fan?
Well, you're not allowed to use curses on this show, right?
No.
Oh, boy.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Which one do you want to use? The F word? The
I'll tell you what. I'll take the motor, and you can have the fan. I'll take Andrew.
Yeah!
But there's no way this thing is going to go anywhere. It looks bad. It's an eyesore. It's a child hazard. The motor, you didn't even say where you're going to put the darn thing. No, it's a terrible idea.
It already exists, Barbara. I've tried to tell these
Don't
idiots
tell
this.
me this exists.
Wait,
Nobody
this-
would
the
dare
emperor
make
So
that.
not in that capacity, the way they're doing it, but in many places in Asia, there are fans that go in that direction.
Up and
instead of
down
the-
like that?
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah, and sometimes like a windmill. It
Yeah.
turns.
Well, okay, so
Did you not know this?
I would
I
like
told
to,
him very
but
clearly.
I Googled it and I couldn't find it. So
I thought this was
she
an
made
original
it up.
idea. What are you
No, it
talking
exists.
about?
Trust me.
You know, if you brought a regular fan then to Asia, you could probably make a lot of money. Because it's got to be better than this
go,
thing.
you should just export regular fans to Asia.
Yeah.
Hey,
Done.
wait a minute. So, Barbara, on Shark Tank,
Yes.
if let's say a team of people come out to pitch you guys, do you ever see them do this? Do they ever get into fights with each other?
Never.
Disagreements?
No,
Stupid
they never
idea.
fight. They're told not to. But I have seen one group come out with 4 guys, and the guy had a fainting fit, hit the floor, and I thought it was part of the act.
Oh, wow.
But they took it on cot and took him away.
Did they
God.
get funding?
No, they're not allowed to ever come back because it's a reality show. So you get one shot. That's it. I felt so bad for the kids.
Wow, the drama.
So what you're saying, Barbara, is you're not going to give us any money for this.
You're not getting a penny out of me, baby. Okay. But like I said, I'll take Andrew.
Oh, shoot. Thank you, Barbara.
How much you paid an hour, Andrew?
Enough where I could come up with these great ideas. So
More than a motor.
A lot of time on his hands.
He really doesn't have a lot of.
Okay, I'd keep your day job, as they say.
Spent 3 weeks on this thing.
Andrew
I'm
gets,
sure it
Andrew
shows
gets
it.
paid a lot, and he has a lot of free time.
yes, to make the Emperor fan, TM.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Ask for it by name.
That's a bad. Give the people on Instagram
Next.
Live. Give them another whirl of the fan.
Sure.
Get on
Yeah.
there.
Can we get closer? Come closer.
You want a close
It is
shot on this
refreshing,
one?
though, Barbara, isn't it? Like if it was a hot day, you got a little sweat on
You
your
got to air
arms.
those out, Barbara.
I like it.
Okay.
She said she liked it.
No, I like the air. That's all I like.
If you could just sell breezes, you would be in business. All right,
tried.
there you go.
You
Good
had fun
effort.
inventing it, I'm sure.
Let's get him out of here. Thank you, guys. I'm so sorry. The doors are opening.
Bye,
The
gentlemen.
exit.
The walk of
Great
shame.
to see them make the pitch right here, right?
What's that?
It's great to see them in real life make the pitch here.
As lame as it was?
Yeah, as lame as it was, for sure.
How are the lobster guys doing?
Oh, they're great.
Now, what's the name of the company?
Cousin's Maine Lobster.
Cousins Made Lobsters.
Yeah.
And so when that idea walked through those doors, you immediately went, yes.
Well, the guys are so
You get
good
closer.
looking. The guys are so good looking.
And
So
that's-
right away I was inclined to say yes.
And that's totally fine.
Yeah, but you know what? They didn't tell me on that night. They didn't tell me they had only been in business 1 month. When I asked them for their sales, they quoted annual sales. Good for them. If I had known they were only in business for 1 month, I probably wouldn't have bought it.
How are they
were
doing
great
now,
salesmen.
though?
Oh, they have like 70 franchises and 40 stores. They are making a ton of money. And as am I, I'm happy to say.
Good for you.
Their truck parks outside my apartment often.
In
Go
New
over there
York
and
here.
get it. In Jersey City.
You know, they have 7 trucks in Jersey City.
Yeah, one
You've
of them's
probably
right by
seen
me.
different trucks and you don't even know it.
It's so good.
Look at that.
She also has boho vans,
Yes.
which I want to come for the boho vans.
Yeah, they're great guys,
Yeah.
but they're not as sexy as my cousin.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it makes it easier to do business with guys that are flirting with you, telling you you're beautiful, and you know they're lying through their teeth, but you like to hear it. Yeah.
They're not
That's a
lying
lot
through
of
their
fun.
teeth. You are beautiful.
No, not the way these guys schmooze it up. I'm not as good as they say.
That's not true. I
Yeah.
disagree wholeheartedly.
Okay.
I think you're beautiful.
Okay, I'll take it from you.
By the way, as soon as the microphones are off, or she'll slice me in half.
I love that. That's why she's my favorite.
You do. You can be really, really rough.
I know my sense of humor is from New Jersey. You know, they have caustic, and I'm from an Irish family.
Right.
The only way you could be noticed in my family was to be funnier than the next kid. And I had 9 competitors for my mother's attention. So we all got smart alecky with our tongues.
So that's where this came from?
Yeah, of course.
So before you leave, I always ask the question, and I feel like I'm putting you on the spot, but I'm going to do it again. What is your really, really, really important life lesson that you've learned and you want to share with others, or some advice that you really think we all need to hear, especially right now in this moment?
I think all the charm in life is your relationships with the people you love. All the rest of it melts down, not important. If you could focus on that, letting things get in the way of that is so easy. But if you could keep focusing on knowing that's the gold of life, it really is. It's what gives you the love, the satisfaction, and feeling like you have a fulfilled life, really. Just relationships with people.
Are you living a full...
That's not very good advice, I guess.
I think
Not
it's great advice because a lot of us put up shields, a lot of us put up walls, and we don't let ourselves love as powerfully as we should be loving.
I agree with that. And not only the walls, but I think stuff gets in the way. You have to react to stuff. And you don't stay focused on the gold when the stuff is getting in the way. And then a year went by, 2 years went by. What a waste.
I agree.
Very true.
I love you, Barbara.
I love you back, Elvis.
Thank you for coming
What's not to love?
I know. Look at this.
I'll
Look
give you a
at this
list
guy.
when we're off the air.
Oh, sure.
You're his work wife. Of course you have a list. It's probably 80 miles long.
You heard it here. Barbara Corcoran is signing another long-term deal with Shark Tank. I sort of made some of that up.
You sure did.
And it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank
My
you,
pleasure.
Barbara. Oh, but by the way, Business Unusual, the podcast.
Yes.
you are on over 200 episodes in.
Yes.
Are you still loving doing that?
I do love to do it because you really talk to people, and I can really help them. Yeah. But I like doing the social media. I love TikTok a lot more.
Of course you do. They're going to take that away from you soon, so enjoy it.
No way.
Right?
I love Instagram then instead.
Okay. What's your Instagram?
It's Barbara Corcoran.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Easy
simple.
enough.
Who do I follow up with about the money that I've been promised?
The $1?
Yeah.
What did I say?
I thought it was
5,000.
1,000, maybe $1 million.
I heard 5,000.
A
It's funny.
5,000?
I thought it was $5. I'll send it to you in the mail.
We'll have to roll the audio.
I'll send it to you in the mail.
Okay.
Thank you, Barbara Corcoran.
My pleasure.
Yay, Barbara!
Yay, yay, yay. Thank you.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.